I saw something on your face in, 40 some years of watching wrestling at WrestleMania when you won that title that I've only seen a few other times. And it was joy. I've seen happiness, I've seen pride, I've seen, you know, people look at it like it's surreal, but with you I saw joy. The last time I remember seeing that was Eddie Guerrero when he won his. Like it meant something to you. What was going through your mind in just those first couple of seconds or even that first minute?
To me, it was almost like it was super surreal, right? Especially walking out at WrestleMania 41 and hearing that reaction, right? Getting booed instantly, something I've grown very accustomed to, right? Um, so like to me that was very surreal. And then I started noticing little things in the match, like as far as when people would do something to me, they would boo them. And then when I started doing something to people, they would cheer me. And then I started hearing the Dirty Doms. Like it gives me chills right now just talking about it, right? Like I hear the song in my head, the Dirty Dom song. And it's like once that 1 2 3 hit and the eruption from the crowd, man, like that was something I never expected, right? Especially the way it came about. And like you did say, it wasn't I wasn't like surprised or I was definitely happy, but the joy of just no like to me it wasn't like I deserve this or like I need like to me it just felt right. Like it was what it should have been this whole time, right? Everyone kept asking me, "Oh, how does it feel?" It just fuck it. It feels right. Like it feels like I'm the man. I'm the greatest Mysterio of all time. Like I'm the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. Like you walk out of Wrestle, there's so many things that happen out of WrestleMania, and the one that they're talking about is me. Like, so like that to me is such a blessing, man. And like comparing it to Eddie and everything that's going on, it's been truly such a blessing, and I'm very blessed. And honestly, all I can say is the greatest Intercontinental Champion, the greatest Mysterio of all time, is here with you today.
Well, let's talk lineage for a minute. I am not going to ask any questions that you haven't heard 100,000 times, I'm sure, but I've wanted to talk to you for a long time. Three matches at WrestleMania, two of them you get to work with your legendary father who, when the book closes on his career, whenever that is, it won't even be a discussion as to whether he's one of the five greatest to ever have stepped inside the ring. It might even be one of the two or three greatest. And then you win a title in your third WrestleMania. You're not even 30 yet. Like you're still in your 20s. Is this, could you ever have dreamt this up? Like, did you dream this up when you were coming up?
No, no, never, never in a million years did I think, especially the way it came about, like I said, um, from getting booed out of arenas to for the past 3 years to now getting cheered, even like you said it, right? With everything with my deadbeat dad. This was my fourth WrestleMania, and the three prior had everything to do with him, right?
Yeah.
First match had a tag with him. Second match singles against him. Third match, tag against him. So like the fact that I was able to go into my fourth WrestleMania, the fact that I'm even saying my fourth WrestleMania is insane, right? And I'm 28 years old. Uh, I say this to Braun Breaker all the time because that was his first WrestleMania, and thanks to me, he got his first Mania, and like honestly, it like I keep saying, man, it just feels right. It feels what it should have been. It's it's almost like peace has been restored in the world, right? And it's super surreal, man. You couldn't have told 8-year-old Dom who was trying to shake Eddie off of the ladder with terrible blonde highlights and terribly dressed, um, like that he was going to be winning the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania 41, and the whole crowd would turn with him, not against him, with him. Like to me, it's super surreal, man. I'm very fortunate and very blessed.
It really was a very Rock Hogan-like crowd for your match for sure. Listen, I hope that you're soaking in. I mean, I know, the relationship with your father on TV is what it is, but I hope that you're soaking in everything that there is right now to be able to work with your dad in this business. Because, Cody and Dustin got to work with Dusty, and Rick got to work with his kids, and Ray's getting to work with you. One day that won't be the case. So one day he will step away. Uh, what do you think will happen at that point when your dad does step away from the business to, for you personally?
For me personally, I think it'll be what's the best way I can put this? He's 50 years old, right? He's there's nothing else he needs to accomplish. Because at this point, the only thing he would need to accomplish is to become, you know, the greatest Mysterio of all time, but that's a impossible task for him at this point. That's out of his reach. Um, like I said, I've only been this August will be my 5 year anniversary, and like I'm already better than him than he ever was, right? Um, if you look back to where he was 5 year when he was like when he had his 5 year anniversary, like I'm sure he was nowhere near as close as I am to what I've currently accomplished in the WWE, right? It took that man 10, 15 years alone to get to where I'm at. You talk about Penta and Phoenix, it took those long enough to get to where I'm at now. And those guys are fossils compared to me. So it's like what I'm currently doing is just is different. And I don't see, you know, once my dad is gone and out of here, I genuinely see it as a wide open door to continue to solidify myself. And it's what I've wanted to do, and I feel like I'm going to take the Mysterio name to places it's never been before, even though that man has taken it worldwide, right? People say the Mysterio name and you think Rey Mysterio, you think 619. But as after WrestleMania 41, after you hear the name Mysterio, you start thinking Dirty Dom now. So like that's the goal here. That's the end game. So once he gets out of here, I want to continue to solidify myself.
Something I've always found fascinating about wrestling is you can some people can toggle very well between babyface and heel. Some people find a niche and stay with one. You've kind of had a little bit of both, but the one thing I really you reached a level of heat where they renamed heat after you. Not a lot of people can say that. Like when they start throwing around, he's got Dom Mysterio heat. I mean, what do you think of that? I mean, first of all, is that not the coolest thing ever? And also, how did that happen?
It's badass, man. It's something like the amount of people that came up to me and told me like what you're doing is unprecedented. Like, because you had people like Vicky Guerrero, right? Perfect example. She would try to talk and she'd start getting booed. She'd hit you with the excuse me's. But like, I love Vicky, but Vicky never got in there and wrestled. Vicky never got in there and had a match. Like, it's different with me. I am wrestling. I am active every Monday, wrestling. Hell, not only Mondays, I was wrestling Fridays and Tuesdays on SmackDown and NXT, right? So like, not only that, but like I'm doing it all. And the fact that I was getting that same reaction everywhere, not just, for Raw, not just Smack, everywhere I was going around the world. The things that I did with the NXT North American Championship, I took it to all of North America. That championship had never seen outside of the PC until me, right? So like the fact that I was just out there doing what I was doing with the NXT North American Championship, what I'm going to be doing with this, with the Judgment Day, like dude, there's a reason they call it Dom heat. Like I'm just undeniable. Like there's nothing I can do that like people don't talk about or like people think that I'm joking when I say I'm the greatest Mysterio of all time. There's a reason I say this. Like it's not just a joke. Like there's a reason I say these things. I say these things with confidence and I say these things with almost like I'm saying it as a fact because to me it is a fact. Like you said, the wrestling business has been around for how long? How many years? It's always been heat. You always hear, look at the heat. Did you hear the heat? Now people call it Dom heat. He has Dom Mysterio heat. And it only took me less than 5 years. Like I can keep going on this rant about myself and how good I am, but like it speaks for itself. Like, and I'm not sitting here cocky and arrogant and like yeah, I'm tooting my own horn, but like I do it speaking facts. Like, and that's all I'm doing. And people either hate it or love it, but at the end of the day, I'm doing what I do best, and that is speaking the truth.
Well, speaking of Vicky Guerrero, I have a bit of a friendship with her, and we were talking about how she'd love to come and be involved in a segment with you.
Mm.
That would be take all of my money right up there with Kurt Angle coming back with Chad Gable. Like take all of my money. Last one for you. Backlash. Penta. First, how excited are you to work with him from a wrestling standpoint? Because, some matches I get really excited about the potential for the wrestling match, this being one of them. And second, you know, the opportunity to work with Penta, what does that mean to you?
Oh man, to me it's very special because a lot of these guys that they bring in for the first time or bring back, I'm the guy that they put in front of them, right? CM Punk came back for the first time in, I don't know, 30 years or something. And like, I was the guy that wrestled him first, right? I was that guy. AJ Styles came back after injury. I was that guy. Randy Orton came back after back surgery. I was that guy. So it's like, the fact that I'm being put there almost as like a bodyguard to like hold it down, and it's super surreal, man. Even with Penta, there's history there with Penta. Like when my dad was out there doing like all this stuff for Lucha Underground and independent shows, like they were out there wrestling, but I was out in the crowd, with the merch table selling my Deadbeats Dad merch, watching those two guys wrestle, right? So like there's history there. I've known this guy for years. Not only that, but like I beat him in his first WrestleMania, right? His first WrestleMania, his first big match,
Yeah.
I beat him. We go the next day, Monday Night Raw, Raw after Mania. We have a singles match. What do? I beat him again. So it's like I'm 2-1 against this guy. Everyone says that he's the future of lucha. But he's already what, like 47 years old? Like I'm telling you, these guys are fossils compared to me. Like it doesn't even add up. Like it's just, if anything, his brother has a chance because he's younger and he's 35, 36, 36. I don't know how, like I'm telling you, these guys are just, it's stepping stones to me at this point. I just got to step over these fossils to get to where I need to go to the next point in my career, and that's what it has to be.
That's all I have to say to you. Thank you so much for your time today, and I cannot wait to see what the next 20 years of your career have in store, which is amazing to say.
Double seatbelt, my friend. That's all you're gonna need. Strap
Thanks
up.
so much, Dom. Thanks,
Yeah,
Greg.
have a good one.
You too.